Hey guys, Simon here, and today I am talking about Red Dead Online for Red Dead Redemption 2 and 10 new features for the developers to add to the game to make the playing experience better. The ideas I will be suggesting are things I thought up while playing, some from the movies, some from the playing experience that players are upset with, and some that would just add new layers of fun to the game. If you enjoy the video, do the button thing, subscribe, and leave a comment letting me know what you think or one of your own ideas that I can steal from you and take credit for. Here we go. This is one of the ideas that came to me when I got stuck in a bar fight with two guys. However, you guys seem to have already beaten me to this awesome idea. Online bare knuckle boxing. Why do we not have an organized system for this in the game? But the ease at which people get pissed off at you for bumping into them or saying hi to someone and them then wanting to beat the hell out of you, there should be a boxing system in place. It would be so great to get online and watch two players duke it out, which we are pretty much already doing. But now we should be doing this and being able to declare someone a champion. On top of that idea, we should also be able to bet on these fights to make some extra coin. This would offer us a great player-to-player experience while adding an extra layer to the game and giving each fight some real stakes. Just don't be a douche and throw fights. This idea is a guilty pleasure. This is a game for the original Nintendo called Hogan's Alley that was a western shooter game you could use the zapper gun for. In the game there is a couple modes, but the one I am specifically talking about is where the screen scrolls through a town. As it passes, targets spin out of doorways, windows, alleys, and you shoot the bad guys without hitting any innocent targets, trying to get the highest score you can. I would like to see this implemented in Red Dead Online, and here's how. Pick any town in the game and empty it. Make a queue point similar to the online session so people can queue up to attempt it. Set a path through the town with specific actions tied to certain parts of the course, while having random targets pop out and attack, and innocents running around trying to get to safety. You give the player a timer and set them loose. Let them try over and over to see how high of a score they can get while trying to improve upon their last performance. Make a leaderboard for each town and keep track of it weekly, and award players with the best scores some type of gold or cash prize for the week, maybe even special saddles or holsters for their online characters. The possibilities really are endless once you start to think about it. This idea is one of two to help better deal with the hunting situations. Allow us to rent a wagon in town for hunting trips. This will allow us a few useful things. One, it gives us a big space to fill with pelts and animal bodies to sell for extra cash, which we all need. Secondly, when you do rent a wagon, it will give you a hunter flag timer to hunt uninterrupted, meaning you will get a small amount of time to hunt without being able to be attacked by other players, like when you're at your camp with the flag up. The reason for this being, if you did rent a wagon and spent 2 hours hunting animals, some random douche can't just stroll up, shoot you, steal all your hard work while you're left eating crow. However, if your timer runs out while out on a safari, you will be fair game. Also, so people can't rent wagons just not to be griefed, if said hunter does not start filling the wagon after a period of time with animals or pelts, the system will recognize this, issue you a warning timer, and expire after its allotted time because you are being a Micah-like douchebag. This idea helps us all. We all need more money to buy all these ridiculously priced online weapons, horses, and other items to keep us going. The gold rush started in 1849 in California and attracted hundreds of thousands of people looking to get rich. We should have this same thing in online. Allow players to be able to purchase a pickaxe and a pan for panning in the rivers and streams. We already have dynamite, and a mining hat has been made you can wear around for story mode if you find it in the mine it's hidden in. If we could get all of these items, then nothing can stop us from riding around looking for gold veins to mine. We don't even have to get tons of gold. We can just find small nuggets in the stream when panning, or if we go into caves and find a vein, allow us to pick at it and have it give out larger sized gold nuggets to trade in for cash or whatever you want. This would help players to purchase things easier and give us something else to do while playing online. It even adds a danger element when two online players come across the same spot and have to duke it out for the gold, similar to when the panhandlers told you to screw off when you came up on them in the story mode. In my opinion, if this was to be added, all gold mine claims should be settled by a fist fight. We need to be able to carry a second extra large pelt on our horse. It's understandable why we cannot do this. There is only so much space on the back of a horse after all. And yes, I know the trick to use a second horse as a pelt carrier, but we shouldn't have to do it that way. And what happens when there are no extra horses around to use? With game progression, there should be an item you could unlock or buy that could attach onto the back of your horse. Let's call it a butt holder. This butt holder, once purchased, could also be stored on your horse unassembled until you need it. Once you do, simply select it from your item wheel and it's assembled on the spot and attached to your horse. This item will rest on the back of your horse and to its side. It will allow you to hold a second extra large size pelt. However, it does come with a disadvantage. Having this item on your horse with a pelt in its place will drain your horse's stamina faster due to the extra weight. Another cool little detail to add in would be a double weapon spin for dual wielding guns. I know it's not something we need, but it would be cool just to be able to spin both guns after destroying a gang hideout or dropping a bunch of no good goddamn Pinkertons. Give us something, maybe even allow us to buy these types of weapon spins with gold or cash, or have them as rewards for in-game milestones that unlock upon completing tasks. I would totally drop cash on being able to spin my weapons in different ways than other players online, so long as it was reasonable. This would go a long way for the customization aspect of the game. This is a detail I think needs to be fixed to help those of us that lose items because we can't seem to reach them for whatever reason. Allow us to be able to use the lasso to rope up items such as dead birds that have fallen on top of wagons or in water, or other items such as thrown tomahawks or knives. I understand this might seem silly, but I can't tell you how many random 3-star birds I lost because I shot them in the sky and they fell on a roof where I could see them but not get to them. I don't see why we can't toss our lasso on the roof to try to shimmy it down, or even use dynamite to blow something up to shake it loose. Okay, that's a bit stupid, but I think my point still stands. If we can jump from a galloping horse onto another horse, or train, or a wagon, then why can we also not use it to jump on a high roof or a hard to reach cliff? I think once a few of us got into the town and started petting a dog, we all immediately wished we could have one as a companion in the game. And why shouldn't we? Dogs back then were a big part of the lifestyle and needed on farms and ranches because of the jobs they could perform. It would be awesome to have an in-game dog companion because they could provide us with all types of new opportunities, especially for hunting. On top of that, most of the dog descriptions even attest to how good certain breeds are at hunting specific animals. By giving us a dog, Rockstar could implement a bunch of new features for online play. Start by giving the dog a bonding level just like the horse. For each level your bond grows, you would be able to give the dog more commands such as track animal or find item. This would help with hunting and would also give your dog the ability to find random items in the world by searching or digging in the ground. With enough leveling up, this could also lead into your dog being a better treasure hunter and helping with more treasure maps. The last thing for the dog would be a defense for our character when they are attacked. By this I mean if some random player shoots us or at us, the dog would then chase at them and attack until the bad guy was dead or until we give a command for the dog to stand down. Once your bond level gets maxed, you could also specialize your dog as a treasure hunter, defender, or hunter and receive some type of bonus to your canine when performing one of these actions. Next, make it so the dog can find you in the world all on its own. This helps so you don't have to sit around for your dog to catch up all the time. Have the time frame for how long it takes vary depending on your bonding level and distance traveled from the dog. All of these ideas are pretty basic to just get it started, but once it was implemented, there is no end to the number of awesome things we would be able to do. Of course, we would all have to start John Wicking people once they killed our dog. One thing that is very slow and annoying is crafting items one at a time without being able to queue them up. I don't understand why the system is this way, but it needs a change. We should be able to queue up crafting items when making them at any camp because there is no good reason not to. If I have all the materials and space in my bag, what is the harm in letting me queue up 5 chickens with thyme, 4 stringy wolf meat with oregano, 6 improved arrows, and 3 explosive rounds for my revolver? Let us queue them up instead of having to pick each one as we go so we can save ourselves a little time. We could even select just stowaway so all the items go right into the bag. It's not fun for me to hold X to cook my meat faster 20 times. I know there is a dick joke in here somewhere, but I just don't have the time or energy to figure it out. So this idea dawned on me one day after running my horse into another person's horse for like the 15th time. Horse jousting. The rules are simple. 2 riders start at a fair distance apart on a straight road. You ride your horse as hard and as fast as you can, that's what she said, at each other and try to collide horses. The objective being trying to kill the other person's horse or rider in the collision. If the rider dies, you win. The horse dies, you win. If both rider and horse live, you get back on your horse and ride at each other again until one of your horses dies. This idea is simple in nature but could be changed around a bit to better determine a winner. I know this sounds more like playing chicken, but we are not swerving out of the way here. And on the chance a player does turn away at the last minute intentionally, they lose, and the winner has the right to shoot their horse or lasso said rider and drag them to their death. Just my 2 cents, something I just thought was fun to do. Maybe there's a better system for scoring points so we can better determine who a winner would be, but leave a comment, let me know what you think about that. Well guys, that is all I have for you on this one. I hope you found this video somewhat entertaining and enjoyed the ideas I came up with. Please comment on the ones you think have some room to grow and you enjoyed, or some ways in which you would change them that could possibly make them better to be implemented in the game. Chances are they probably won't be in the game, but who knows, if we bitch enough, maybe Red Dead will listen to us, or Rockstar, or whoever the hell's in charge of that shit. Alright guys, later on.